If you are an Indian IT professional confused between USA and Mexico, trust me, you are not alone. Have you ever felt US is super saturated for Indians right now? This video is for you. I am Seno Desi, your India to Mexico guide. The US dream is still strong. But in 2026, the ground reality has changed. US visas became unpredictable. Costs became high and competition is intense now. At the same time, Mexico is rising quietly, thanks to nearshoring and same time zones with the US. So today, let's do a simple comparison. USA versus Mexico. Which country is better for Indian IT professionals? We'll do a simple game. 1 point per category. USA gets 1 or Mexico gets 1. And yes, I'll compare against with Indian standards. Final score decides the winner. Category 1 Opportunities. USA has massive tech companies, no doubt. But competition is extreme and visa dependency makes it stressful. Mexico has a few tech companies, but Mexico has growing hubs. Nearshoring is creating jobs in IT, operations, and shared services. It's also easier to build long-term stability in Mexico. And the clear winner for the category Opportunities is Mexico. Remember, this is based on 2026 mindset and growth opportunities. Category 2 Education. If we talk global universities, USA is global leader. It has more world-ranked universities. Mexico has good universities too. But for global brand value, it still needs a lot of improvement. Winner for the category Education is USA. US education is like IIT level global branding. Mexico education is strong, just less globally marketed. Category 3 Healthcare. US has top hospitals and technology. But wait times can be long unless you have premium insurance. The healthcare bills can be crazy even with insurance. In Mexico, private healthcare is widely used. Doctor access is faster. It feels more like India. Walk in, consult, done. And costs are far more manageable. Mexico also has public hospitals like IMSS and others. Comparing with India-based lifestyle and for daily life, Mexico wins this round. Category 4 Cost of living. In US, rent can eat your salary, especially if you want to live in metro cities. Your everyday needs and entertainment would be higher as well. Mexico is comparatively more affordable for rent, food, and transport. It also depends on your lifestyle and others. Mexico feels closer to India cost logic. You may feel like living in cosmopolitan Indian cities like Mumbai, Delhi or Bangalore, and so the winner for the category Cost of Living is Mexico. Category 5 Salary. This category does not need more explanation. We all know the clear winner for obvious reasons. But there's a key takeaway. Salaries in Mexico is lower on paper, but the cost of living is also lower in Mexico. But the category here is salary, and of course, USA wins here. Mexico is like strong middle path between USA and India. Category 6 Savings Potential. In US, you earn more and spend more. House rent, car, insurance, healthcare and everyday expenses, all of these can be heavy. In Mexico, you earn less, but expenses can be controlled if you plan it well. Yes, all of these are lifestyle dependent. Your Seno Desi has spent over a decade in Mexico, and from my personal experience, many Indians save much better than expected. So Mexico wins here. Category 7 Visa and Residency. Based on 2026 norms, US work visa is often lottery-based, and also the rules and fees keeps changing. It's highly uncertain. Mexico pathways can be difficult due to paperwork, but very straightforward. Temporary residence can be a stable base. In general terms, US feels like waiting for board exam results. Mexico feels like process-driven paperwork. So the clear winner is Mexico. Category 8 People and Social Life. US is diverse and multicultural. However, you may still feel individualistic. This is based on my experience. Mexico is a land of party. It's warm, social and community-driven. Also, the food in Mexico is world-class. Indians often feel welcomed when they try to speak Spanish. In Mexico, friendliness feels closer to India vibe. So 1 point to Mexico. Category 9 Language. In US, most people speak English. It's easy and convenient for most Indians. In Mexico, people speak Spanish, and so there is a steep learning curve. However, Spanish is learnable and it enables huge opportunity when learned. But for pure convenience today, USA gets a point. Category 10, Safety. Any country needs smarter choices. I have already made a detailed video on safety in Mexico. Please watch it if you have not watched it already. In nutshell, safety lies within us. For the purpose of this competition, both countries gets a point. Good, let me sum it up. When we compare USA and Mexico across opportunities, cost of living, healthcare, savings, visas, lifestyle, and long-term stability, the score becomes very clear. The USA scores 4 points and Mexico scores 7 points. So yes, the winner is Mexico. Now, let me be very clear about one thing. This does not mean US is bad. US is still an amazing country. It has world-class companies, top universities, cutting-edge research, and very high salary ceilings. For many people, especially those already settled there, it can still be a great place. But we are talking about 2026 realities, not 2010 dreams. For Indians planning their next move today, Mexico is simply a smarter and more practical option in many cases. Nearshoring is real. Companies want teams in the same or similar time zones. The cost of manpower matters more than ever. And stability, visa stability, lifestyle stability, mental peace has become extremely important. Mexico checks many of those boxes. If your goal is not just to earn, but to settle and grow, to build a life, not just survive on a visa, Mexico comes out ahead. Affordability is better. Residency pathways are more predictable for many profiles. And day-to-day life can feel far more manageable, especially when compared to the pressure cooker environment many Indians experience in the US today. Now, if you are seriously considering Mexico, let me share some very practical advice, things that actually make a difference on the ground. First, pick the right city for your work. Mexico is not one single experience. Every city is different from each other. Job opportunities, salaries, rent, and lifestyle vary a lot. Don't choose randomly. Choose based on your profession, industry, and work model. Second, start Spanish from day one. You don't need to be fluent. You don't need perfect grammar. Even 15 minutes a day is enough to change your experience completely over time. Spanish opens doors to better service, better relationships, and better integration. Indians who try even a little Spanish always adapt faster. Third, understand residency options early. Senor Desi helps you with that. Don't wait until the last moment. Read, ask questions, and plan ahead. Whether you're coming as a professional, dependent, or remote worker, clarity on residency gives you peace of mind. This is one area where early planning saves a lot of stress later. Fourth, budget like an Indian. Track your expenses weekly. Just because something is affordable doesn't mean you stop tracking. Indians who do well abroad are the ones who stay disciplined. Rent, groceries, transport, subscriptions. This habit alone can decide whether you struggle or feel comfortable. Fifth, build community. Connect with other Indians. But don't limit yourself only to Indians. Build friendships with Mexicans too. That mix makes life richer and easier. Community helps with information, emotional support, and feeling at home. And one very important request. Please don't compare Mexico with fear. Don't compare using headlines or stereotypes. Compare Mexico with curiosity, planning, and real information. When you do that, the picture looks very different and much more positive. Finally, if you want, I can make a separate detailed video on each of the categories. So comment below, category where you need more explanation. And also tell me your role, IT professional, student, or family. You can also post your questions in the comments. I read the comments and I reply with practical guidance, not generic answers. If this video helped you, like it, subscribe, and welcome to Senor Desi. From Aadhaar to Cup, your India to Mexico guide. See you soon in another interesting video. Take care.